Emergency Council meeting after accusing Ukraine of carrying out a terror attack that severely damaged that bridge.
I had to rebuild my life over with $6,700 a month.
Marquise, I know you feel like
Fuck, this nigga is crazy. You're 25 years old. Why you still talking about child support? I still $5,000 a year when it was with me. That's why I took his mother to child support, because the bitch thought that she was supposed to get that much more, she wanted more. That motherfucker nothing.
That niggas want. Look, you know I don't never ask for shit, man. And I was thinking, nigga, could nigga get a little extra $6,700 a month for the shit we've been doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend on fire up in
that nigga just play too much.
I'm on that.
Woo! What's up? Yeah, man. We back at it, playing with black magic. Now, I knew this was a mistake when it was made. Meech was out here playing the role. Fifth was like a father figure to this kid while his dad was locked up. And then, they go out and Floyd get involved with Rick Ross, and he get involved in the whole Meech situation. And let me tell you the things that I've heard going on behind the scenes, that, this was the ultimate betrayal by Floyd Mayweather to Fifth, and the reason why this is the ultimate betrayal is because these two were boys way, way, way young. And to see Floyd Mayweather take this approach again, they was just cool. A lot of y'all don't know, they've already patched things up, said we brothers for life, and man, we ain't got to keep falling out. They was boys. They was hanging out together. Him and Fifth. Floyd and Fifth was hanging out one too long ago. And something happened again. But the disrespect he keep doing, and this had nothing to do with Floyd Mayweather, he let himself get involved yet again, side with Rick Ross, because 50 didn't go along with something he wanted to do. And whenever it comes to that, these two have a falling out. Floyd is used to being the boss, but 50 Cent's a boss. So they always gonna clash. When those situations happen, it's always gonna be a clash. And it's gonna get complicated every time he do it. It looks friendly, but it ain't friendly. Then it gets to another level. These two, they about to fight each other in the damn buffet. And they had to play like, oh, we was just playing. But they was dead serious. 50 Cent is crazy. And so is Floyd. Both of them, they got something like a screw loose. Floyd's a fighter. So his attitude is going to take it to another level. Fifth was basically the PR for Floyd. When Floyd had his problem with his baby mom, Josie Harris, rest in peace. When he was having his problems with her, Fifth was the PR person to handle that for him. When all of these situations was happening, the things was being handled by. And when people were coming up and doing the things that they were doing, Al Heyman was the guy in charge of Floyd. Fifth tried to get Floyd to cut out Al Heyman and say, me and you can run this. We don't need Al Heyman. And that was a big no-no. And that turned the whole internet upside down. Now, Floyd don't really run his social media. He'll let John do it, or the Harlem Hot Boy. They run his social media. So Fifth know who did that. And once he saw what was posted, when he came to New York, because he's from New York, he ended up putting hands on P. Rilla. So, some guys put their hands on P. Rilla, and then the Earl Hayes situation happened, and him and his girl, Earl was already a crazy suicidal human being, and we didn't know all of this, but Biff exposed the real reason what went down. They had split up. Stephanie and him had split up. Floyd had put her in a house and was taking care of her and giving her money because he said you wanted to try to sleep with her. That's why he FaceTimed you before you took her life and then took his own life. He was talking to you saying you were sleeping with her. Earl is, he's like that. And that's why the media tried to switch it and said, oh, no, he was blaming Usher. Because she used to date Usher. Then it started getting more funny when he's saying Floyd couldn't read and all this stuff, right? So all of this stuff is coming back to light. And Fifth acting like it's nothing. But Floyd was showing checks that he didn't even cash yet. He was showing all of these different things that was popping up during that era as Nate was there. I'm going to tell y'all what I heard. Yeah, Floyd just went off. It wasn't even as serious. It was about a girl that Floyd was putting her at a party. She was like one of the guests. This girl here who tried to sue Fifth in court, saying Fifth leaked her thing when she leaked it herself, and then she had to pay 50 cents. And somebody put them as a party sponsor or whatever she was hosting that night. And man, he just went bananas. Floyd just went completely off on 50 Cent. And he just went scorched earth. He started talking about everything. Ja Rule, you stole his whole style. You got herpes. Dog, he went scorched earth. And he's like, "You a gangster. Where you currently living in a Jersey apartment? You're always in somebody else's business just to stay relevant. Man, you mad at Kanye West ended your career? The only thing you got going on is power. And everybody watched that because Ghost is a dope character. You could lead a show and everybody would still watch Power." Yeah, he was going off. Now, what y'all really don't know is that, yes, hit the like button too, y'all. I know y'all just got here. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the page. We appreciate it. But yes, we should have way more likes. This is a subject and a subject matter that's explosive. And the betrayal of showing Little Meech and Big Meech. But imagine if you're 50 Cent, right? And you sit there and you take care of Little Meech and Big Meech by doing the BMF series, by overpaying for a script that you don't even hold the rights to. We got to buy it from somebody else who got the rights. And then we got to do it, obey your wishes, because if Big Meech don't go along with it, we can't do the show. So now we got Little Meech to play Big Meech. I got to spend money out of my pocket to train the little dude how to act. Then give him acting classes so he can know how to play these roles. Then I got to go ahead and do all of this work. Right? I'm paying $5 million out the hole. So they got $5 million out the deal. The plenaries got $5 million. They blew through the money. BMF has only did what, 3 seasons, and they blew through $5 million. And now he was like, "Oh, when I start doing this show again, I'm gonna hit Pops with some money." when the season start back up. It's gonna be what season? Biff gonna do everything he can to torpedo this show. Like it's over. And now the other actors, they're not thinking about all the other actors on the show. This whole ghetto thing that's going on is really an ego thing. Now you think about all those actors on the show, all the staff that's not going to get paid because of this stupid shit. Now I'm not going to see that fine mama that they got playing the doggone Flannery mama. I ain't going to see her getting down no more. Charles. They could just show them. I want them to have their own show. Mm-hmm. No, well, allegedly there was a FaceTime with Fifth and Floyd, and it got right back disrespectful. And he was like, "Man, you don't never support nothing I do, but yet you want me to support everything you do." And he was like, "I'm not coming to your birthday party, and you got Rick Ross there. You know that's gonna be a problem." And Floyd was like, "They called me and was like, we coming out to your party, champ, because it's in Miami." So they brought Little Meech there. Rick Ross brought him there. He brought Big Meech and Little Meech. Now Rick Ross he hate Phil so much that even when that message was posted, Little Meech, who just said F Ross, is sitting right there next to Ross. Ain't no way you gonna say F me and then gonna be in a photo with me right after that. No, sorry. It's not gonna go down. No. They should learn how to manage their money well. You see how you know how you think you've made it because you own for right now? You own for being Little Meech. You're basically playing Big Meech, your father. So you're not really owned, dog. You're like one character, and that's all people gonna see you as. That's that's who you are when the cameras cut and stop rolling. Little Meech is still think he's Big Meech. He was arrested. 50 Cent had to bail you out of jail. So if Rick Ross has got your back and he got all of these dudes back, and Floyd got their back all of a sudden, where were they at when your daddy was in jail? Why wasn't they putting Little Meech on? Why Little Meech didn't get $5 million from Rick Ross? He got it like that, right? He the biggest boss that you seen done fall. Why he wasn't taking care of your ass when your daddy was locked up? Right? Y'all go all the way back. He got the whole port of Miami, remember? Why wasn't he taking care of you? That's what I want to know. You see, they using you, G. But Little Meech suffers from the problem that a lot of these people suffer from. They suffer from, they're just like what they call buddy hustlers. They love to jump on the jock of somebody that got money They want to be around people that got money and they don't have none of their own. Now, when I was around Floyd, it was an entirely different world because the whole world shifted around Floyd. Everything pivoted around him. So when you started to be around that, it's some people that just want to hang around Floyd. Let Floyd keep taking care of him. But I'm like, as a man, don't you want to take care of some stuff yourself? Like, for real, like, this is how you want to live your life. I can't live my life like that. I can't live my life being submissive to another man's wills of how he feel that day. And that's why they just hang around like thoughts. These dudes would hang around Floyd literally. So if Floyd go shopping, he gonna buy them something because he know they gonna feel a certain way. If he just go shopping for him and just buy that, they there, he gonna be like, man, yeah, get my guy something too. Like I told him at the white party, I already had an outfit that was just white. So I was gonna wear that. He was like, you don't want a Gucci belt or nothing? I'm like, no, I'm good. But thanks. Appreciate it. Floyd Mayweather can read, princess. Don't believe the hype. Okay. Floyd Mayweather can read. Hmm. Well, the thing is, when you look at the subject matter and what's going on right now, is Floyd the Fifth is not on good terms, but Floyd is gonna do with them the same thing he did. The same thing he did with the Freeway Rick Ross. See, Floyd had linked up with Freeway Rick Ross when him and Rick Ross had a problem. When him and Ross was beef, right? I'm still ain't vibing with Ross. I don't have no beef with Ross. No more. Now that him and Floyd had got cool, we was like, all right, it's whatever. But I don't still deal with him because I don't like his music. I don't really deal with Rick Ross. I think he's trash. But they was like, man, you can't hate every Rick Ross song. I'm like, since the first album, it's all been the same. It's just more garbage. I mean, why do you think he can't sell records? He put out wasted all that money on these albums. He got Drake, he got everybody on these albums. And his first number one is with Drake. Why do you think that is? Because of his fat ass? No. Nobody's thinking about him, B. Listen, the way this thing going and the way it's been brewing, 50 and these guys right here, it's gonna go up. Because 50 gonna, I mean, Floyd gonna ditch him. Floyd used these dudes as a photo op. He don't need them. He needs them to try to make 50 mad. That's his way of showing he mad and upset at 50. Because Floyd wanted him to do something and Fifth ain't do it. Now on the Patreon, we'll go more into detail of that. But the gist of it is that No, the first album was hard because he was like, "Oh, okay, we hearing this for the first time." By the second album, you knew it was trash. So now, is it cool to link with somebody's ops when you was just cool with them? When you played to both sides, you were the biggest snake in the world because you ain't loyal to nobody. You'll stab anybody to back and go with an op for money. So don't think that Rick Ross don't know that you would do that, little me. 50 Cent, you just exposed to the world who you are. Little Meech just exposed he a snake. He'll snake anybody for some money. And Michael Rainey Jr. tried to bring him into the fold. And Michael Rainey Jr. was being, guided by Fifth. Fifth helped him out. Whenever he get crazy with something, Fifth would always come in and help him out. Now, he thought he was, he was bigger than Tyreek. And I'm surprised. hmm I'm grossly surprised. And Michael Rainey Jr. and Little Meech are the same age. They're months apart. Little Meech was born in April of 2000, and Michael Rainey Jr. was born in September of 2000. But Michael Rainey Jr. came up acting. Okay, he's been acting since he was a little child. You're not an actor. He tried to show you the ropes. He tried to take you under his wing, but you want to be big bro so bad. You trying to big bro him. It's like, dude, you are actor or you a gangster? Which one? And that's what he's trying to say, dude. You stuck in character. He's like, dude, Tyreek is a character. I'm not Tyreek. And he's like, I'm Little Meech in real life. He's like, well, that's gonna be your problem. Because when this is over, what other actor job you gonna get? You gonna be Little Meech again? They're gonna be like, look, Little Meech is playing Little Meech. He's trying to get you to engage in other projects. This is why Michael Rainey Jr. was like, I always had other acting engagements. This is how it opened the door for them to give me more roles on Power. They was like, man, we saw that movie you just did. And man, I ain't know they didn't know that he had that kind of range. And that's why they put him in more parts and decided to make Tariq's story more, relevant. They start giving him more speaking lines. Now, here it is with B New saying, I'm turning on Floyd now. What the hell, Cino? Once again, this has nothing to do with me. So how am I turning on Floyd Mayweather? I'm telling you exactly what's going on in the situation. How is that turning on it? Floyd Mayweather did this when he was mad at Rick Ross. Rick Ross made a music video dissing him and everything. After 50 Cent now brought Rick Ross kids to Floyd's house, right? To strike back at Rick Ross. then he does a video with Freeway Rick Ross. And Floyd had said he was going to help Freeway Rick Ross. And once the beef was deaded, he didn't even deal with Freeway Rick Ross no more. And he was just being phony. He was just doing that for the camera. So Freeway Rick Ross said that about Floyd. How does that turn on me turning on Floyd? I didn't hear that she died in a car crash. I have to check in on it and see. I thought she was having surgery and something went wrong there, but I'll find out the rest, later. I was making videos when I found out she passed. But yeah, that was on the last live. We talked about it for a minute. Fifth is set himself up to basically make $1 billion empire. Within the next 10 years, 50 Cent would have his studio up and running and putting out projects, right? Put himself in position to make billions. So everybody's talking about what he got right now. 50 Cent got enough. And that's the thing. He got enough, but he sees big picture. Floyd Mayweather knows how to link with brands. 50 Cent is a boss. He's proactive in the business. Floyd is not as proactive in the business. He has business people around him that makes decisions for him. Now, he's smart enough to have those people make those decisions, but Floyd has made a lot of financial decisions that wasn't cool. Like, I didn't understand. Like, Champ got a big heart. Floyd did not have to help me at all. Like, he sat down and gave me an interview. A guy he know of, but to sit down with Floyd Mayweather for a personal one-on-one interview, you didn't get that during his fighting day. Ben Thompson got those interviews. And unless it was a HBO setup event, you wasn't getting to sit down with Floyd Mayweather one-on-one. I could get that. Nate Jones made that happen. So if it wasn't for Nate Jones, there's no way me and Floyd would be that tight. I would know Floyd, but not like that. Where we at his house. We at his birthday parties. You've seen us go through this motion. We've been around Earl Hayes. We all in the strip club. We all kicking it. G know. If G in the chat, because G there. G's right now in Chicago. One of the greatest fitness trainers, got his fitness gym running. So do stars need 50 Cent? 50 Cent built stars. What are you talking about? Stars, that's what I try to tell y'all. Y'all don't understand the industry at all. Y'all don't understand this business. I've been trying to tell y'all for years, and y'all just keep getting caught up in the wrong elements. You're missing the points and the facts of what's really happening here. 50 Cent and the rest of these guys understand it. 50 already had $1 billion deal with Grindstone Movies. You've been watching 50 movies for years before Power even came out. Let me show you something. So I can pull it up and show you better now that they got this way of breaking it all down. Look at this. Lionsgate has renewed its deal with Grindstone, including in 2017 and 2020. Lionsgate and Grindstone. Now, Grindstone came in, and that was 50 Cent. Grindstone and 50 Cent films, Escape Plan 2, Extractors. He had all of this with 50 Cent, Dave Bautista. This is just 3 altogether. They have more. It's a 200 million 10 movie deal with Cheetah Vision, right? And he funded this. This was in December 10 of 2010. 200 million 10 movie deal. $20 million budget for each movie with Grindstone and Lionsgate. They don't tell you about this. But Cino did because Cino knew 50 Cent put Floyd's girlfriend at the time in the movie because she was mad at Floyd. They had a fight. And Floyd wanted me to put some stuff out about her. He had all this video of her purses and stuff. And he wanted me to put all those purses on just so she could see it and get mad when they broke up. It was so real goofy and crazy. But I did it for him. I'm like, I don't care. I put it out. And I put out the video showing all the purses. These were all the purses that Floyd Mayweather owned. Floyd owned all that stuff. He owns all the women's clothes, all their jewelry, everything. He learned that from Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner said, you are a business. This is your business. They work for you. That way they own the paperwork for taxes. So all the jewelry, all the clothes, you own it. So when they leave, they got to give all that back. They can't keep anything except for the clothes they came in with. Nothing. It's all gifts from the company. You're wearing the company's clothes. They own it. So as you see, 50 Cent had a 200 million 10 movie deal. This is before Power. This is how he got Power rolling. This is why I told you it was gonna be a success. He was able to get all kind of people, The Rock, Robert De Niro, Forrest Whitaker, all these people in the movie because he had Bruce Willis in his movie. 50 Cent had all these people because he had a budget of $20 million for each film. And he could just pay them a large sum of money for their name and then put low rent actors around them. And they only show up for like 10, 15 minutes of work. So his Cheetah Vision got with Grindstone and Lionsgate. So when they keep trying to say 50 Cent was broke and all of that, I'm like, he got a $200 million deal in 2010 to do these movies. And all he had to do was complete the movie. So they had a budget of $1 billion. Grindstone did. So they gave him 200 million to see if he could make these movies. And 50 made all these movies for less than the $20 million per film budget. So where do you think the rest of those millions went to? Phil. And he saved them so much money and they made them link that deal, it went crazier than that. But everybody is so concerned about people's moves that you don't realize that's how business is done. You're not setting something up right then and there for something bigger. That's why he could take a low thing like what he did with Stars and Power. He took the low money. And they were like, look, he only took that money. He took that money to get in the door. He just got a $200 million movie deal over here that's going to be worth billions down the road because now he's going to reinvest in this. There's steps. He did that deal. Then that set up Power, him getting involved in Power. They saw Fifth do that. They want to partner with 50 Cent because he's hot. He made all those movies go. The most of them went straight to video and people was renting. 50 Cent was in a lot of them. Frozen Ground, right, with John Cusack. That was a good one. 50 Cent was in that movie. If they needed an actor for a certain part, 50 would go in there and act that part to get a movie a boost. And most of these actors were big names that Hollywood wasn't hiring, but the people still love them. They knew like, damn, I'm gonna grab them. And Robert De Niro and 50 Cent are tight. Yeah, that was big because now that opened up the door for Power. And now he brought in Power, and I said it when the day the contract was done. I said 50 Cent gets Power. This is gonna be the biggest thing ever. They're gonna make a show like this with him coming in with his. He gonna make this thing the biggest thing in the world. I see what 50 saw. I knew why he got Amari Hardwick without even having a conversation with 50 Cent. I knew. I said, oh, he got that because he saw Next Day Air. I knew it. I didn't even have to talk to 50 Cent, knew that. And that's exactly how he got Amari Hardwick and knew that he could play Ghost. Because I saw Ghost. When they said they're gonna cast Amari Hardwick as Ghost, I said, oh yeah, he could play that. I just saw him in Next Day Air. Yeah, he could play that role. See, I didn't watch that slutbag show with Gabriel Union. He was on that show. He was a recurring character on that show. He left that show being Mary Jane or something. Yeah, she was just a slutbag. It was just like Scandal, just more low rent. And he was dating her on the show. And he left that show to go do Power. And once he got the Power job, he took that role. He started going to do his own thing from there. Yes, yes, Stokes. Angie Stone passed away today. She was 63 years old. I don't know all the details around it yet. Somebody said she was having an operation and it went wrong. And somebody else in here said she had a car accident. So iconic. She did the soundtrack. I mean, she did a lot of soundtracks, but my goodness. Angie Stone did the theme song for Girlfriends. That TV show. She did a lot of songs. My God, there's too much to name. Next year it was a car crash and the van looked horrible. Hey, Greg, I'm gonna tell you what it is, dog. I told everybody what really happened in that situation. All right, I told you what really happened in the situation with Meech and Cuffy. We broke it all down for an hour. It's on the Patreon. We go through the court papers and everything. We got the actual lawsuit and what was happening. That girl is the problem. You know, that girl, that fifth is big up. And the fact that if it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it might be a duck. Just by street code, you just can't be associated in a situation like that when somebody's doing time and you was finna get early release. He didn't get no early release. He did his time. Now, the whole case was, and Cuffy made it sound different than what the case really is. Cuffy's not telling y'all the 100% the truth. If you look at the paperwork of the case tells you everything, basically. And it finds out that this girl was an informant, and the girl that's in question that owns the rights to Meech's catalog. Cuffy was like, he was trying to do a BMF movie with this woman and MC Hammer's brother. So they were all they had a deal set up to do a movie for BMF. And they got cut out of the rights. And, you know, they supposed to get their money and get paid for it. And he held it up, the 50 Cent thing. He's like, that's why 50 couldn't do it, because we had our rights involved. And he said that's why they found a wiggle room around it and made it a TV series, because they couldn't make a BMF movie. They ended up having to make it a series because we own the rights to the movie. So that's what he was saying, Cuffy. But in the paperwork, it wasn't really nothing about no movie. It was about drug deals going on. This guy was allegedly the guy who was working her in a case before, and she was a CI in that case, and she helped bring down some drug dealers in that case. All of a sudden, for the new case, this guy left the department. A new guy comes in and wants to use her in this case to take down this other guy, a Spanish guy, or whatever they was trying to take down. It had nothing to do with Cuffy at first at all. So she's working to try to take this Spanish guy down who was linked to Meech, and she's Meech's business manager. The thing is, what did she do in the first place that's never explained as to why she became a CI from the very first case that had nothing to do with anybody? The first guy, well, how did she become a CI in that case? And why did this guy make her a CI in this situation to go after this other guy when Meech is already locked up at this point? Why is he making this, person, going after it? It's just like, then you find out those two were sleeping together. So any deal she may have made with Meech, to get him out early, all of that would go away, because, and that's what the judge ruled, that her evidence is incredible because she's sleeping with this guy, so it's compromised. You're sleeping with the informant, so her testimony won't be used at all. Right, but what did she do? See, most people like Desiree Perez, we knew she was going down because she was negotiating keys. What was this girl doing? What was she negotiating? What did they have on her that she became a CI in the first place? That's not been revealed to us. That's what I'm saying. That we know she did something, but we don't know what that something is that she did. And that's what it's going to bring up. Now, if you look at the case, there's more than one informant in this situation. She ain't the only CI. They had somebody on the other side who was also undercover working. And it was two investigations going in one. Cuffy name got involved because he got on the call. and wanted to get hooked up with them. So Meech is like, look, whatever y'all doing, I don't want nothing to do with it. It says in in the paperwork. He was just like, whatever y'all got going on, I don't want nothing to do with it. So in the paperwork, it's not saying that he was a snitch or whatever, but her reasoning for doing that. And let's say he's not a snitch. He's involved in a lot of conversations on three-way from linking calls from Cuffy to this other guy, right? So he's really implicated in a lot of these transactions in three-way and putting people in contact with him. Now, why wasn't he brought up or questioned about any of these charges? Or they could have got him with extra charges from when they went and arrested these people. Why Meech got nothing out of the deal? Nothing went to Meech at all in the situation. That's weird. And then her identity was being submerged in the evidence. But when she had to go on the stand and said she was the CI, her name was going to come out. And everybody said, we know who this person is. Because they saying they're hearing it from X, Y, and Z. The only person, Cuffy said, the only person that could be is Dan. And he's like, she ain't answering my calls. This dude ain't answering my call. Nobody's answering my calls. And he's saying, we think it's her. Meech was telling him, nah, man, that ain't her. This and that. So when she knew it got to the point where she was going to be exposed, she ran in over there to talk to Meech. They trying to say I did X, Y, and Z. But how did she become Meech's business manager? Like it's all crazy. Like he never knew this person. And we know that from people that was in BMF. Right? He never knew this woman until he was in jail when he met this girl. It was like she came to him in jail. He didn't know her outside of jail. So believe me, we did a whole breakdown of this on the Patreon. I'll put it back on the front page so y'all can see it. You know, if y'all don't know how to search, you can just type BMF in there and it should pop right up. But we break down the whole paperwork, everything. Oh, yes, sir. Let me see. We got right there the NBA covered up the secret. Stephen A. and Pat McAfee drama. Okay, that's today. I put that up 3 hours ago. Then Nate Jones of the Dennis Rodman story you know about Cam and Ocho Cinco and the secrets you didn't know about what they was talking about. The LL Cool J, Steve Smith Jr. mix up at the Pro Bowl. Okay, let me see where it is. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up for you. Oh yeah, you should also become a member of my Patreon. If you're not, you just slow. All right, let me come right here. See what it says here. It should say BMF. Go right here to your search box. BMF. And there it is. Pops right up. Here's the missing details and the BMF Cuffy and Meech situation. Oh, right there. Let's get it started. Yep, it's a 1 hour video. Oh, and I'm in my piston gear. I was damn sure serious. I was piston geared out. Look at that. So we was letting it be known. And what do we have here? The court documents, the whole case, right there in front of you. So if you want it, we break down the whole case. So you will know why Cuffy is really there. Everything is broke down in this video. So there'll be no misunderstandings in the case. It's a lot of suspicious activity. CS1, which is Tammy. We found out, everybody know now it's Tammy. See, they was out there, a guy named Suarez that had nothing to do with nobody else. We got the whole case. They got voicemails doing everything. And she was sleeping with Agent Krumer. The whole thing. We got it right here. So when you go to the Patreon, that'll be right there. I'm going to put it on the front page for y'all. So y'all would know where it's going to be. I'll pin it to the top to help everybody out. So there it is. It's pinned to the top once again. Oh yeah, the Patreon fire, because all the stuff y'all be finding out, we didn't talked about it 3-4 years ago on the Patreon. When Kyle Kuzma, LeBron took Kyle Kuzma's side piece. That's the same little side piece that was messing with dude on the Lakers. And Joe Jackson Hayes. Joe Jackson Hayes is putting the choke down. Still Detroit versus everybody. That's the way that, see, that's how the Pistons is. The Pistons don't want nobody even rooting for them. Oh man. Man, it's so much activities that go on in the world, man, that's just it's kind of crazy. So when you see this whole thing play out and you start seeing the power structure, Little Meech is gonna be the guy left out in the cold. Because once this thing go cold, what Rick Ross gonna do for you? What is Floyd Mayweather gonna do for you, Little Meech? Nothing. Floyd ain't gonna do a goddamn thing for you. He ain't. No, because the situations have to meet expectations. Fifth is about playing long game. He ain't got nothing but time. He know Rick Ross' situation. Rick Ross is a sham wild guy. He's gonna do a pitch. He's no real boss. And he's spending all that money on that house. That's why he's got to turn it to a farm. He got to turn it to an agricultural place so he can get the tax write-offs, because it's hard to keep a mansion with all that land. He can't even afford to get the yard done. He got a big old lawnmower, so he want to cut the grass himself. He's spending a lot of money trying to do it. And now he want to get an investor to buy one of the next houses over on that island. He's talking about he want to buy Diddy old house. But you supposed to be Diddy's friend. Diddy the one that was managing you and helping you make money, and then you stab him in the back. So these are a bunch of snakes getting together. So if a bunch of snakes get together, right, and then one snake gonna outsnake the other one, that's just all it is. Floyd just using this as an opportunity, whatever. He don't care. Like in the overall scheme of it, he don't care about it. He's just letting Fifth know, I'm mad at you. That's all it is. Floyd is thinking about himself. He's not thinking about Little Meech. He just know, oh, this is gonna piss Fifth off. Let's do it. I ain't gotta say a word. He gonna see this and be pissed off. Let's do it. So in his mind, that's what it's gonna be. He's not gonna help Rick Ross do nothing in business. He's not gonna help Little Meech and Big Meech do a goddamn thing. The same way he didn't help Freeway Rick Ross, as he promised. He didn't do a damn thing to help. He was all okay. He was all talk. That was it. Yeah, the power dynamic in relationships always change to benefit one of the other person, right? You're supposed to grow in business. You're supposed to excel in business. You're supposed to be something that's going to jump off the page as soon as anybody else sees it. The reason why Fifth is the way he is because nobody really did anything for him. He went to go get it himself. Anybody who he felt he owed, he didn't already pay them. You know, Jam Master Jay, he paid him off. All these other people, he paid them off. I've been around 50 and Floyd during those times. And they was like, why you didn't videotape yourself with this, with Floyd? Because it wasn't right to. And I think I got respected more because I wasn't doing it. Other people got it. The HBO cameras got it. I'm right there. Everybody know I'm there, but you know, it's a time and place for everything. You know, and this is why certain elements don't happen the way it do. Like Floyd don't like a lot of people live streaming him. He don't mind taking pictures, but like live streaming him, you don't want it like that. Don't live. You know, like we'll do some because he got a whole lot of promotional things that he got to do, and he can't be seen on something like a photo, different, but you don't live stream him on a platform somewhere you don't know nothing about, so especially with his involvement in it, he don't want that. No, not even at the least. 50 Cent stole power. Do y'all want to know a power secret right now? Y'all want to know a secret of power right now that none of y'all really don't know about? Y'all keep saying they stole power. 50 Cent didn't write power, okay? Courtney Kemp and her team wrote power. Now, another thing that's on the Patreon that y'all don't know about. If you just type in the word power, it will do you a whole breakdown, right? Of everything power that we talked about on the Patreon. So if you can't search something, all you do is type in the keyword and you gonna learn. So I typed in power for y'all, and look what you finna hear. Mari Hardwick, 50 Cent. It's the Patreon version. Who had a better career, 50 Cent or Curtis Jackson? $50 versus Stars. What we couldn't tell you on YouTube. Pat Miller in Power Book 3. What we couldn't tell you what was going on. Power Book 2 got its script from another film. Dame Dash was going to be in Power until 50 Cent happened. Suge Knight was trying a major Power movie. That had nothing to do with Power. It just had Power in it. Here's what you don't know. Pow. Now you're looking at it firsthand. I want y'all to read the date on that. This is what I was showing you that's a surprise. Now, it's on the Patreon and it's been up there since March of 2021. The Real Ghost in Tommy. Right? Full story. And I explained to you the real Ghost in Tommy story. So the guy who said the story was about him, in as far as the drug situation and all that, and the lawsuit behind his Power thing, and two things can be true. The names from his books are in power. They probably put him in there for that purpose. But here's another thing that you need to know. People are like, "What? There's really was a Tommy and Ghost?" Yeah, there's a real Tommy and Ghost. But most of y'all didn't know this. I know where it took down, and the fact that Ghost was really, instead of they making him the businessman nightclub owner, he was a barber. This is something you don't know. In real life, shoot, Joseph Sikora, he more hood than Tommy. He more hood than Ghost in real life. See, the real life story of Tommy and Ghost is based in a barbershop business. No, this guy's father owned this barbershop, and the son took over. And the son, the little kid that he grew up with, his family is like they're Greeks. So they owned a whole lot of things with drugs and everything. Well, I'll let y'all see that for yourself on the Patreon. All right. And y'all will see what happened. But this place was like the no battle zone. Like nobody messed around in this barbershop. So this ended up they grew up together because the brother took care of him, the Greek guy, in this predominantly black neighborhood. Exactly. This is what force became now. Now you get it, Fresco. Now you get it. Now you see how on what's his name, Force. Now remember what I told y'all. In case y'all saying you trying to copy this, all Force. This is March 11th, 2021. There was no Force at that time. This ain't this exclusive that's on the Patreon. So this been out. But none of y'all on YouTube has seen this ever. And nobody on YouTube has ever told you about it. Because they don't know about it. That's the real Tommy and Ghost. And that's the show you see right now in Chicago that they running right now. But they were the original. There was never a nightclub involved in the Power show. They just put that to make him a nightclub owner, and he runs it called Truth and all that. That's all the writers making that happen to take away from the story to make him look more originally their thing. You know, he's a nightclub owner and then he runs this as side hustle. But no, he ran a barbershop. It's a cash business. So, nobody's using cards. So it's like washing money is washing it through a barbershop. Makes a lot more sense than anything else. hmm So when I tell you guys that they'll never tell you that that's where they got it from because they would have to pay them. So they'll make slight changes to the characters so they don't have to pay them. Now, in this Force, Power Force book 4, now the guy's a barber, right? In Chicago. Damn it. And now you got Tommy in it. Hmm. Yeah. Now it's so many different people that come along, and they never seem to have the impact that a lot of people were talking about. And when they started to make a move or appear to be something that they're not, then you start to see a somebody said, "Thank you for reposting this video." Oh wow. He said, "I just paid my Patreon this morning." All right, sincerely. I see you. He's like, "Yep, I remember this." Well, I like what Fifth is doing, and I like what Floyd is doing. Uh, and as far as Fifth is building for the future, it's kind of like what I'm trying to invest in. Well, I got all these assets in my portfolio. I got about 100 different things in my portfolio right now. So when you're trying to learn and get into a different perspective altogether, that's the mission. Biff is always known to keep himself ingratiated with the young folks because he knows that's where the money and power is. I know the majority of things because of what we see. Now, when you see a lot, you learn a lot. You're supposed to, because if you're not learning, then what is it that you're doing there? You got to be able to learn from situations in order for it to get better or worse. You should be the person that is ahead of the curve. This is why I don't get involved in trendy situations. Remember, they had the ALS challenge, the ice water challenge, and then all the celebrities started doing that stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'll elect you to take the ice water challenge. Like, come on, man. Are we really doing that? Now, right? What happened? The fad is gone. ALS is still here. You don't see nobody challenging them. You see, it's all about a look rather than what you're supposed to be doing. Well, everyone makes it always about padding. Yeah, well, she was trying to sing and get her career, but she was doing what they all do. You know, they go out looking for work and get down with these guys, and then years later, here they come begging for some bread. You know, it's sad in most situations that you see. Um, to see somebody make a lot of money for the first time in their life, they start doing things that's counterproductive to what it is that they're doing. Then you just watch them implode, man. I've always just liked people from afar and just continuously did do my thing. Because in the real life situations, you're gonna see one or two things happen. These two dudes are they just have too much energy, to be partners and friends. They have to love each other from afar. To know everything about the business is to actually try to learn about the business. People don't you'll be surprised. It's people that don't want to know nothing. They're like, man, I don't even want to know. Don't tell me. It's like, why? This is your business. This is your thing, man. I don't know. I'll let them handle that part. I'm the talent. Hmm. Meech made a mistake. This started with Big Meech. You don't go take a picture with somebody op, right? Hmm. Right. 50 got 50 action. He got a lot of stuff going on. See, I'm not in a position where I have to choose between Floyd or 50 Cent. See, they always want you to believe that's what you need to do. Do they make you choose between Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger? Nope. You got George Clooney or Brad Pitt? Nope. They don't do that. But with us, it's always a situation where we have to choose. Now, Fifth is going to pretty much expose him. Even if he didn't rap, the rumor of the fact that the one man who's still locked up to this day believe he's locked up because of your involvement with a CI. That's enough suspicion to have somebody taken out. That's enough suspicion to bring down the entire business. So the daughter comes out and starts saying, you know, that her dad is locked up because of Meech. You know, his daughter's saying all this and starts showing stuff in the court transcripts. And we went over the whole transcript for y'all. So, and we sent y'all the whole link where y'all can download it yourself. All the pages. No, y'all, son, I'm not in a tough spot at all. I call it down the line, how I see it. Those are just two brothers who are on the A side. And that's just how they roll. Now, for me, it's different. Mm-hmm. So we're going to get up out of here. Don't forget to go to the Patreon, like this video, like, share, subscribe, all those wonderful things. We cleared up a lot in this video, I felt. And yeah, we got a lot more we're going to discuss on the Patreon. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what happened in the conversation with Floyd and Fifth. Oh, yes, sir. So anyway, we're out. Let the intro be the outro.
Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them.